Hi everybody, it's Lana here from Alana Fitness and Nutrition, and I am joined by Kat. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I am so good. It's so nice to have you on here, and you're here to talk about your journey, which has finally come to an end, which we're really upset about, aren't we? Because we've been working together for 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's a really long time, and yeah, I'm going to miss your face and talking to you. So let's have a recap 6 months ago. Where were you? How were you feeling? What was Kat's life like back then?
Didn't have a life back then. Essentially, I'm your typical working mum and that everybody else came first. I was bottom of the pile. I was overweight. I knew I was overweight. And it wasn't doing my knees any good. Um, no confidence whatsoever. And that was in my job as well as in my personal life. So huge imposter syndrome for me. Um, and just really suffering really down on myself and knew I had to do something 6 months ago. I knew I had to change.
Yeah, I remember quite a few of those like early phone calls, ended in tears quite a lot of the time because you were really unhappy and you weren't confident in yourself and you were hiding away. And, I think I remember you always constantly, like, come rain or shine, you would be in like joggers and a sweatshirt.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
even if it's 33.
Sometimes thanks to COVID, I wouldn't even be in joggers and a sweatshirt. It would still be my nightwear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd never make the effort to get dressed, and my clothes were black, never any other color. Um, I I I do love color, and I love where I am now in that respect is with the warm weather. I'm more likely to pull a dress out of my wardrobe, which I've bought a few dresses recently. So I'm more likely to pull a dress out and actually dress in a dress and go out in a dress, which 6 months ago, no, in the hot weather we had last year,
Yeah.
I would still be in jeans and a sweatshirt going out. So that has changed hugely for me. Yeah.
Amazing. And so
Yeah.
fast forward 6 months, then you're pulling dresses out of the wardrobe, you're 2.5 stone down, which is amazing. And we actually said that, so you you smashed your 1 year goal. So when you came to me, you were 15 stone, and you said in a year's time you wanted to get down to 13 stone and to have lost any extra fat, and be really muscly and do all the fun things again. And you're now down, I even had written here as well, like, maybe 12.5 stone, like, and then we scribbled it out because you were like, no, let's not set too big a goals. And what do you now weigh?
I now weigh 12 and a half.
Yay! And you've done that in 6 months, let alone a year.
Yeah. And it's been fantastic because 6 months down the line, yes, I've lost the excess fat. I don't have the muffin top on top of my jeans anymore. When I stand up, it just my waist curves in. It doesn't bulge out over the top anymore. I am developing muscles because I now do CrossFit.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's widened my social circle as well. So whereas I wouldn't go out and meet new people or have more friends, I actually had to do a double take last night because I went and did a very gentle session at the CrossFit box. And afterwards, I hung around for about half an hour talking to a couple of the other members, which was something I just would never have done.
Yeah.
And that's gone through all areas of my life. So it's not just personal and friendships, but it's work as well. I actually had a development meeting the other week talking about where I could go in the company because I was feeling stuck and lost and I didn't know which way forward I had. And they've now said, well, actually, we want you to undertake the project management role as what you'll do, as well as what you're doing. and we can see you becoming a project director in the next 3 to 5 years. We expect you to be there that quickly. And it's like, oh, yeah, they know I can do my job. They've obviously seen, and it wasn't me questioning myself. I just accepted it.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah,
and that's other
is
people
huge.
recognizing that you've changed and that there is no more imposter syndrome, and that mentally you're in a lot better place, physically you're a lot better place. You back yourself now, and that comes out in all areas of your life, which is absolutely amazing. And I know that you've got a daughter as well. It's been quite challenging for you, and also you're often very much bottom of the pile, but as the weeks and the months have gone on, you've now sort of been able to say no to her as well, and take time for yourself and spend money on yourself. You've bought like shoes and clothes which you never would have bought before.
I go and sit in a hairdresser's and in a nail salon now as well, so yeah, it's getting a bit upset now, but it's saved me.
No.
Having you there and the rest of the crowd there in my corner. I have come so far that I wouldn't have come without you guys.
Oh.
And I can't thank you enough, because it's not just, people look at these programs and they think, okay, yeah, it's all about diet, it's all about nutrition. But actually, I'm not looking at it as a diet, because to me, diet, I'm restricting calories. Yeah. I am eating so much more than I ever did. And the group calls that you have us on, where we go through anything from stress to hormones to periods to bedtime routines and everything, it all helps sucking that knowledge in, and it just impacts every single area of your life. I can't thank you enough for teaching me.
Oh, I was so pleased. I was so happy. I'm going to try not to cry today, because we did go over this a few days ago, and now we're doing it for the purpose of the testimonial, but I still feel like I'm going to get upset.
I'm still crying.
Oh, I'm so pleased that it's changed your life this much, and that you're such a different person. When I first set out and wanted to create the Curvy and Courageous Blueprint, and wanted to help ladies, I never thought I would be able to help people this much and to change their lives as dramatically as you. And thank you for trusting me to do that, and to coach you through it, and to allowing me to be that person that's fighting your corner to get you to the place where you are now. It's just phenomenal to see your growth.
Yeah, it's been fun, and like you, I'm gonna miss seeing your face every week and chatting to you.
Oh, well, that the door is always open, but I would say very strongly now, after 6 months, you're not going to need it. But as a friend and, as just a normal person, my door is always open. So thank you so much for being such an awesome client. Yeah, and I'm going to really miss coaching you, but I'm so pleased that you've had this huge transformation, and you're such an inspiration to all the ladies. I still remember that coaching call so vividly, where I always ask ladies what their wins are at the beginning of the coaching call, and I said, Kat, what's your win? And you were like, I fit into this black ball gown dress that I've not been able to fit into, and you had it on underneath your jumper, and you unzipped it, and you had it on without what's it called, the Spanx underwear. You just had normal underwear on underneath, and everyone's faces were like
it was a good moment. It's actually loose on me now though.
Is it? Wow. Oh my god. Oh, and but that showed me your confidence had grown to come to a call full of other women and stand up in front of the camera and show your figure off. Just showed the absolute transformation in your confidence.
Yeah, my body shape has actually changed.
Yeah,
it's one of the things that I've noticed, because I always thought when I started the program I was kind of pear-shaped, but it turns out I'm not. It turns out I'm an hourglass.
You are very hourglass shaped.
So clothes are fitting me differently. Yeah, but no, everything has changed. I've got muscle tone and definition. I've lost the fat. I have gained so much in terms of confidence and self-belief.
Mm.
And even if I'd have just come along and lost the weight, I'd have been happy. But to have had the self-confidence and the self-belief, and the fact that I now turn around and say no, both to friends and family, to do a foot bath or do something just for me and know that that's my time, that's kind of precious to me now.
Yeah.
Because the saying is true, if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after anybody else. So I've got my daily timings all carved out for myself, taking my lunch break, finishing work at a decent hour, doing the bits of self-care, and when I'm free to be pulled about in all directions, and knowing that I've got the capacity to deal with it, and I'm not going to break down, and I'm not going to cry, and I'm not going to put myself last anymore.
Yeah. And, have your friends and family coped without, with you having your nice foot baths in the evening? I think so.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. But that's the thing, when you get so stuck in that cycle of, being that person that says yes to everything and helping everybody else out and not putting yourself first, you think that, if you took yourself away from that, the world would fall apart without you. But actually, the world is better when you take care of yourself, because you can then take care of other people to an even higher standard.
Yeah. And as we've just discussed, that's come out in my work as well.
Yeah.
Because even though I used to pull probably a 50-hour week, maybe a bit more sometimes, because I wasn't in mentally confident in myself or had the capacity to deal with an awful lot, I wasn't actually dealing with everything as effectively as I was. Whereas now, I'm not pulling a 50-hour week. Some weeks I'll pull a 45-hour week, but it's never more than that. And I'm actually progressing more in my work.
Yeah. Isn't that
So,
amazing?
and what you said at that time, I remember you saying this very clearly to me. I was leaving the company tomorrow. If I was to die tomorrow, would the company fall apart without me? Or would they replace me and they'd replace me? So that hit a huge chord, and making those changes, yeah, so much better now.
Yeah. And now they're going to be thankful for that, because you're doing, you've got to, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. And that's what you've done. You've not worked harder and increased your hours to 60 or 65-hour weeks. You've gone and had a look at things and chopped off where you haven't needed to, and you've taken care of yourself outside of work, because you're a human being outside of your job as well. You've got a life, and it means that you are working smarter in both your personal life and with work, which is a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. And 6 months ago, I could never have imagined saying half of these things to you.
I know.
So,
I know. It's an absolute transformation. Absolute transformation. I mean, if I'd ever recorded any of our original calls, I think it'd be quite emotional to watch it back, just especially the first ones when you were upset quite a lot of the time and everything was really bogging you down, and you could see you were desperate to break through the light and do all of this work and everything, but we had to take it step by step and work through it. And you've just totally, thrown yourself in and immersed yourself in all of it. And now look at you, just radiant. Oh, well, I'm so pleased that you've had.
It's been fantastic, Lana, and I cannot thank you enough. And if anybody is out there ever doubting whether they should do this or anything, it has been the best investment I've ever made.
Yay! Oh, amazing. Well, thank you so, so much for sharing your journey. I really, really appreciate it. And hopefully, somebody watching this, it strikes a chord with them and it resonates with them. And guys, if you're watching this and you feel like how Kat was, you want to feel like how she is now, then just reach out, send me a message, comment on this video, whatever you need to do, and we'll get you sorted. And thank you so much for sharing that, Kat. I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure, Lana. And good luck to all you ladies out there.
Yeah, thank you so much, and have a lovely, lovely rest of your week and weekend. And don't be a stranger, okay?
Okay, I will. Thanks,
All right.
Lana.
Bye.